Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This video is gonna be a get ready with me, chatting a little bit about Black Friday. I am on a low buy and I'm trying to buy a lot less makeup than before. But right now I feel a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit stressed about it. And I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts and just tell you what's going on in my mind being on a low buy while all these sales, Black Friday sales, are like thrown around. So let's get into it. So I actually ordered the Christmas Eve palette on the pre-order because I thought I could wait it out a little bit longer, so I didn't make too many purchases in the month of October, but then it sold out. There was a pre-order and I was just like, okay, I gotta snag it, but because of that I got it later. It's already sold out, but I still wanted to use it. Maybe you also bought this one, you want some inspiration. Maybe you have similar shades and you just want to see what I will do with it. So I am gonna use this palette today, and in the meantime I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my feelings about buying less makeup. I'm freaking out a little bit, but I'm gonna explain that. Okay, so this is gonna be a pretty chill video. I got my Christmas mug with tea. It's pretty late at night, but I still wanted to play with some makeup. I have been trying to just film at night. It used to be pretty difficult for me, and I feel like it is still more difficult to film at night. It's already dark. My background looks a bit grainy and I already have a whole work day behind me, so I'm a little bit tired, but I'm trying to be better at this whole thing, upload more and really just go and film. It's just, I just don't want it to be like this anymore, that I have all these ideas in my mind but don't really use them, don't really film the videos that I want to. I just really want to do more with this channel. So that is the plan, and I feel like I'm succeeding at it a lot more, and I've been way more into makeup, into doing these videos. I've been feeling more and more excited, and I feel like a big part of it is this low buy. So for the people that don't know, I'm just gonna quickly repeat my low buy rules so you know what's going on. So I can buy makeup with a maximum value per month of like 120 euros. I don't know if I said 120 or 125, but honestly, it doesn't matter that much, 5 euros more or less, but around that number. Also, I can only make 3 purchases, so I cannot do all these teeny tiny little purchases here and there, just be buying things all month, even if it doesn't add up to that number, because I feel like that makes me just buy and buy and buy. Even if it's little stuff, I'm gonna buy too much stuff. And another rule is that I can only buy 2 of one type of product. So only 2 eyeshadow palettes, only 2 blushes, only 2 glosses. And so far I've been pretty good with it. Last month, or actually this month, I cheated a little bit because I bought this Oden eyeshadow palette before I got to the new month, but I just knew that I wanted it and it was only like 2 more days. So I was like, you know, what does it matter? I know I really want this, so why would I wait 2 more days just because it's a rule? It's still gonna be a maximum of 2 eyeshadow palettes per month, so I decided to buy this past month. By the way, I will show you the inside. I don't feel like I have shown you the inside, but I was just like, everybody's seen this. So we have a lot of cool tones, blues, purples, some neutrals, some yellows. I think the yellows really make this palette like so nice, so beautiful. This is one of the most inspiring color stories I have ever seen in my life. I love the look of this, and I kind of want to do something with the yellow. There are so many beautiful shades here. It just looks absolutely stunning, but I feel like I kind of want to start with the yellows and then see from there what I want to do. Maybe add in some purple, add in some blue. Like this dark blue looks so nice. So I actually want to start with this yellow over here that is called Limop Tart. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna put it on my eyes. I feel like I look so like overheated. I just sat down in front of these lamps and I'm already like red because I'm too hot. Okay, where to start? I need a brush for this yellow shade. So I've been on this low buy for like 3 months now, almost 3 months. Tomorrow is the end of the 3rd low buy month, and I've actually been feeling really good about it. There have been so many times where I almost bought something, or I am absolutely sure that I would have bought something if I wasn't on a low buy. And especially eyeshadow palettes. There have been so many times that I was like, I really want to try this eyeshadow palette. Oh, this eyeshadow palette is on sale. And because in the back of my mind, I was like, no, I've already bought 2. No, I can only buy 2. I've been much more strict with them. I feel like eyeshadow palettes are for me such an easy thing to buy, but more difficult thing to actually use. And I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to buy every eyeshadow palette that is slightly interesting, because it just stresses me out so much, because it takes a lot of time and effort to really use a palette, to really try out a palette and make up your mind about it. And that is just too stressful. It is just too much. And because of this, because of me always buying eyeshadow palettes too quickly, by the way, I'm gonna go into the shade called Softly. It's a bit of a mustardy, greeny yellow, but a little bit deeper. I think it's a really interesting looking shade. And I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner. I really want to see how this blends in with the yellow, if it keeps like the depth. But especially with eyeshadow palettes, it's so easy for me to just buy way too many, and like drown in eyeshadow palettes and get really stressed out about it. It is also something people usually really want to see on my channel. Like, people love seeing videos about eyeshadow palettes, and I totally get it. They're so exciting. There's so much you can do with color stories, finishes, with everything. Yeah, eyeshadow palette, I feel like they have become a little bit less popular in like the beauty space. People have moved on to other things as well. It isn't always necessary, I feel, for everyone to do an eye look. But it's just so easy to get excited about eyeshadow palettes. And I feel like I've been doing really good buying less. I mean, if I weren't on a low buy, I would have bought the Christmas Day palette by Oden's Eye as well. So the one with the green and the red. Even though I probably wouldn't have used it as much as this one, because it's way more colorful, way more out there, shades that I don't use as often as this palette. So otherwise I would have just bought it, just to have like a complete review, to show you everything, and I would have bought it right away, both of them, and I wouldn't care that I wouldn't use it as much, because I'm someone, if someone tells me, if a YouTuber tells me that this eyeshadow palette is like the best thing ever, it is so amazing, I will get excited as well and just want to buy it, because they say that it's the best quality, even though maybe it isn't. Like, for me, it isn't really like my thing. And I want to be a little bit more strict with that. And I feel like I am succeeding, because I have this 2 eyeshadow palettes per month rule, which is still quite a bit, but I do want to keep reviewing. I do want to keep trying new things, but I just want to do it in a different way. I want to try less, and I really want to pinpoint what makes me excited. Alright, this so far looks really nice. I really like the depth that Softly gave me. I think it is really cute. I think now I first want to go into the shade called Feeling Time. Feelting Time. What's feelting? I feel like I don't know all of these Christmassy words. Apparently I am not into the Christmas culture enough. I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna apply it with my finger. At this point I haven't swatched this palette. This is like the absolute first use. Okay, this looks so cool. Look at how shiny and opaque that is. Gold, but also yellow, but also like mustard. Very cool. I love Oden's Eye. That is also why it is so hard to not buy everything from them. And I think Oden's Eye is kind of like one of the brands that is tempting me on this Black Friday, because They actually have a really good sale. They have like 40% off, 50% off, kind of depends what collection, but they have a pretty good deal. And it would be so easy to buy some things and not pay a lot of money and not even have to worry about the shipping. It would be like a pretty good deal for something that I would enjoy. On the other hand, I would feel stressed buying more makeup, especially makeup that is not like being looked for in the beauty community right now, because it's older, people don't look for the reviews anymore, so there's nothing I can do with it on my channel. So it's really a lot harder to like make it work, incorporate it into my looks if it's not that interesting for everyone that I review it. So it's like an older product. I don't have to buy it right now. It would mean more products, more makeup into my collection, but the quality is good. And I feel like this is usually where it's difficult for me to say no, because people rave about it. I know that the quality is good. It is one of my favorite brands, but it doesn't really have a place in my collection right now. But it's so cheap. Why wouldn't I buy it? And then I kind of like spiral out of control. And I'm kind of like, I kind of have to buy it because I love the brand. I would love it if I used it, but on another way, I know I wouldn't use it enough. I wouldn't use it enough, and I wouldn't have enough time for it. I don't wear makeup like that enough, like colorful makeup. For example, the Sol Mone palette by Oden's Eye, like their newest one, the Sol Mone 2, I think. It has blues, it has purples, it also has a few neutrals. It does have some neutral shades, but it is on the more colorful side. But people keep telling me, like in videos that I watch, people keep telling me like, you need this. Like, maybe not need it, but it's an amazing palette. I would recommend it. This is a good time to buy it. And that keeps going around in my head, and it's just so hard to say no. And I feel kind of overwhelmed by all of these kind of similar situations. Indie brands especially that people love. People love their products. There are certain products that I have heard so many things about. I think I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of just now, like the green. I want to put a little bit of that on my lower lash line and see how I feel about it. But so far, this looks amazing. Like yellow, but in a very, very interesting way. I love yellow eyeshadow. Like yellow clothing looks horrendous on me, but I always feel really pretty and really cute in yellow eyeshadow. I don't know how that works, why that is, but I love it. I feel like it's so easy with indie brands with amazing quality, packaging, amazing reviews from everyone. It's so easy to feel like you need it, especially if they never really do a sale and then on Black Friday all of them do a sale and you're like, this is my chance, and you buy everything. It's like all at once, and usually I get so overwhelmed that I kind of buy everything. At this point I haven't bought anything yet, but I feel really overwhelmed and kind of stressed because I don't know what to do. Is it the right moment to buy anything, or is it better to not buy anything at all? So many like decisions I feel like I have to make. It just feels like all of these indie brands are like firing at me and I have to dodge the bullets, like 50%, 40%, 30%. I'm like, no, don't, I don't want to buy it, but it keeps coming at me and I'm getting a little bit tired, and I'm getting like maybe a little bit like decision fatigue. Like I'm getting so tired of having to say no, and I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna like break and buy something that I don't need, and then in the end like feel like a few weeks later like, why did I buy that? Now there are so many like new releases that are actually really exciting and that I don't mind paying a little bit extra for. I'm gonna go into Softly again and kind of deepening up that green. I want to see how they work together, kind of like mesh everything together. It's a really interesting look. And what I'm telling you now is really like me making up my mind. I don't feel like I've totally figured it out yet, but I do know that right now I'm doing nothing because I know that it could very easily go wrong. And I feel like I could very easily buy something that I don't need right now. I shouldn't buy right now. I shouldn't focus on right now. And I'm just a little bit unsure what to do and what I really want, and if buying anything now is a good idea. I feel like in the end, I'm not really gonna buy anything, maybe one thing. But I just feel like right now there's so much that I'm freezing, but I don't know what will happen like in a few days. Right now it is the 22nd, I think. So there's still a few days left of this like craziness. I am actually gonna put the shade, I think Snowflake on my lower lash line, or maybe like Silvery Dream. What would be nicer? I'm gonna do a little bit of Snowflake, and I'm also gonna put that in my inner corner, and then maybe I will deepen things up a little bit more. I think this is going in the right direction. Ooh, that looks really cool. Very sparkly. I feel like it's getting in my eye a little bit. I just have to live with that. I feel like the kind of trap I'm always kind of like stepping in, maybe not always, but at least that I'm always pretty close to stepping in, is buying things that I didn't want before because it is on sale. And I feel like that's never really a good idea, because if you didn't want it before, why would you want it for the sale price? Why would you want to add that to your life? And I think that is also the thing that keeps me from buying things outside of my low buy rules. It's like, why would I want to add anything? Because I know that adding more and more things stresses me out. By the way, I'm gonna use the shade Night Sky. Gonna kind of smoke the top lash line out a little bit. I hope this is gonna work the way I think it will. It's definitely a festive look, and this blue does have some like greenish-ness in it. I feel generally like I'm a little bit fatigued when it comes to thinking about possible things to buy. Usually I don't really think about possible things to buy that much, but now I feel like everything has become a possibility, and that is making me feel a bit stressed. Almost like it would be better for me and my mental health to see nothing about Black Friday. And I think it actually would be the best thing to not see anything, and for this not to exist right now for me. I feel like I am influenced by it more than I thought I would. Okay, I think this is really lovely, really nice, and something I would have never thought of if Oden's Eye hadn't put all these shades together in a palette. I hope you can kind of see like this color combination of the greens, the greeny blues, and then those yellows. I think this is so nice. Very nice. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of that murky green softly shade in the outer corner, just blending everything together over here, just blending the edges a little bit more. I am gonna grab the Act Natural Defining Mascara by Colourpop. The lettering has worn off, but I actually repurchased this one when they had like free international shipping for like 2 days before they had their Black Friday sale, and this doesn't count for my low buy because it's a repurchase, and I just wanted to buy it at a little bit of a smart time, because if I had to buy it with shipping and taxes, it would get really expensive, so I wanted to be a little bit smart about this one. So that is actually the only thing that I've bought so far on Black Friday. Something that has also kind of tempted me is the Holo Taco Black Friday sale. I was kind of close to buying it, but in the end I was like, no, I already made 2 orders in the last few months and it's enough for now. I first want to really use what I bought before I add more and have like this huge pile of nail polish that I still have to try, and it just will keep piling up and stress me out. I don't want that. So I actually decided to not get that, but that was like a close one. One that is almost getting me, and I feel like I might order something. I feel like there's one thing that I'll probably buy, and it will probably be the only thing unless I see something like crazy that I didn't like remember I wanted. Something that I'm kind of eyeing is the new eyeshadow palette by Nimya. I tried the glosses. I haven't reviewed them on my channel, but I actually really like them. I think they're great quality. And I just have a feeling that this eyeshadow palette is gonna be like really nice. But I haven't really heard people talking about it. I feel like there's only the video by Naked Tutorials and then maybe one other video that is kind of showcasing that palette. So it's also kind of an interesting one to see what the formula is like, because I haven't heard a lot about it. It would be nice to try out, and now it's on sale. Wow, it is really new actually. So I'm kind of like thinking about that. When I first started this low buy, I was like, I don't want to buy anything for my channel. I only want to buy things for me. At this point, I'm kind of like changing my mind a little bit about it, and I'm a bit more like, I can buy like one thing that is influenced by its potential for my channel. I can buy one thing like that, but not everything. Just one purchase a month could be more about my channel and a bit less, but still about what I like, because I still have to feel like I will really like it, like it will add to my collection. And there's just something about the palette, even though I don't know like a lot about it, there's something about the color story and just the way the shimmers look. I think I'm really gonna like it, and I just have faith in Naked Tutorials since I tried these glosses and they were actually like really nice. I kind of made a list on my phone to kind of clear my head. There are just so many things that I would buy or like almost buy or be really close to buying if I wasn't on this low buy. Like Oden's, I probably would buy something. I feel like last Black Friday I bought something. Oden's Eye, Colourpop. There are some Colourpop palettes, like all the palettes that I'm kind of eyeing. Still kind of want to try, but like also like the new Muppets palette. For a second I was like, could this be worth it? Could it be, by the way, I'm using the Makeup by Mario cream bronzer. Could it be worth it for me to try this Muppets eyeshadow palette? Because once again, I'd heard some good things. People were like, this is my new favorite. And I just kind of like freaked out, like, am I missing out? Should I buy this? But it's like, it will take up a spot. It will take up a spot. Like, I can only buy 2 eyeshadow palettes, and usually I will buy 2 palettes. Like, so far, every month I've bought 2 eyeshadow palettes because it's just exciting. There are always like new color stories and like my favorite brands that come out with things. And I've just still been buying eyeshadow palettes. So it is like hard to choose one, to go for one by Colourpop, because it is like, it's Colourpop. It's for me a little bit less exciting when it's Colourpop, because like things go so fast. Colourpop being relevant, like their eyeshadow palettes being relevant, it's like such a short amount of time. I could never get something in time. And I also feel like with Colourpop, people will be excited about it because it's Colourpop. But if you would compare it to like Oden's Eye or whatever like indie brand, Gloss Gods, I don't know, would you still be as excited, or do you more compare it to like other things by Colourpop? But that's like a whole other thing, a whole other topic, a whole other thing to get into. I think it's a bit much for right now. Yeah, I feel like in the end, by the way, I'm using the Skin Bronzing by Nabla. I feel like in the end, I am not gonna go overboard. I'm not gonna break my low buy, but I feel very tested and I didn't expect it. And I feel like that is why I wanted to make this video, why I kind of wanted to share my thoughts, why I wanted to chat about this, because I felt like I was getting stronger, and I feel like in a way I am, even if I'm like bending, I'm not breaking. I am also gonna use this LYS Higher Standard Set a Matte Cream Blush in Confident. This is the more like mauve one. Looks pretty warm. I think it's gonna work with the look. And even though I know certain things, even though I know that I shouldn't buy things that I didn't want at first, I shouldn't buy things just because everyone is raving about them, even though I know this, I still feel like I'm too close to going for it and just buying something because everyone tells me I should. I feel like I'm just getting too close to actually being convinced. And the last step for my cheek is gonna be Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in Pillow Talk. And I usually use my Lunar Beauty highlighter brush. I really like it for cream highlighters. I do feel like this highlighter is a little bit cool tone, but I think if I blend it in with a kind of like warm mauve blush, it's gonna work. I think that looks nice. I do feel like I still look a little bit red. I don't know why I am overheating. I don't know what is going on. Okay, I think I am gonna fix my eyebrows, my lips off camera, and then I will come back and kind of like wrap up my thoughts. Alright, so this is the finished look. I put on the Alien Cosmetics liquid lipstick, matte liquid lipstick in Leaves, and I put the Lunar Beauty lip gloss in Starlight on top. It's a little bit mauvey, but I felt like it kind of worked together to get a little bit of a neutralish lip look. I really like this together actually, and I think it really finished this look. But okay, that actually reminded me that Alien Cosmetics came out with new shades of their satin lips, and it also kind of like maybe go like, I wish I could buy something from them, and the Black Friday sale would be so nice to try a few more shades of the satin lips. But yeah, this is not gonna be the moment. There were just so many moments where I was like, should I, could I, should I like make this part of my monthly haul? But I just decided that I couldn't. There have just been too many moments like that. But I feel like talking about it in this video made me realize that it actually is easier than I'm thinking, and that I can actually do this and say no. I already know the answer. I already know that I shouldn't buy all this stuff, but just the fact that I'm kind of doubting if I should makes me go like, what am I doing? What is going on? I don't know why I am responding like this, and it just makes me kind of confused. But I feel like I kind of like cleared my head, like I know what my thoughts are now. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm choosing things. Like sometimes I'm still like, should I have bought the Oden's Eye Christmas Day palette? But I think I made the right choice, and I just stick by it and not start doubting like after I've already decided, which is kind of like a thing that I sometimes do, which I shouldn't do. So I think there's maybe one thing that I might pick up, because it is newer, because I feel like it is exciting for me and for you. But you will have to see if I actually do. I can buy things again tomorrow, and then I will actually really decide my plan, what is gonna happen for the next month. It is also, Oden's Eye has announced that they are gonna release something for December, and I'm sure it's gonna be eyeshadow palettes, and I'm sure it's gonna be more than one. Well, sure is a big word, but probably it's gonna be more than one. Usually they do more than one. So I wanna have some room for like the perfect Oden's Eye eyeshadow palette that they might release the coming month. Like I do want to have the option to buy that. So that is also why I can't be spending all my budget, spending all my purchases on this Black Friday, and I just have to calm down a little bit. And I hope I kind of calmed you down. Maybe you are in the same position. We can do it. We can stop buying things just because they're on sale. It's not a good reason to buy things. Okay, that is gonna be the end of that topic. I just wanted to say something before I end this video about this eyeshadow palette. I love the way this eye look came out. It is just so different, so special. Nothing like an eye look I've ever done before. It is just amazing. It feels a little bit like an eye look I could do with the Hella palette by Oden's Eye, but more grungy, more kind of almost mature. I don't know if I could call it, but a little bit more grungy, a little bit more wintry. Like these yellows and the green, I feel like it is just such a cute look, and the quality so far, it's amazing, and I'm very excited to use it more. I'm probably not gonna do another look on my channel with it, because you can't get it anymore, and I don't want to keep showing you this if you can't get it. But who knows, somewhere else on my Instagram. I'm posting on my Instagram again. Whew. it has been a few months. Like the last time I think was June, July. I'm posting again, so if you're interested to see more things over there, product shots, reels, like close-ups, stories, I don't know, check out my Instagram. Maybe you'll like it. And that is gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.